Okay, so first on our list, hot off the press, Zuha. Would you like to share screen? Do you have slides? What would you like to do?
Well, it's just gonna be me speaking, if that's fine.
That's fine.
Okay,
Do you want me to pull
can...
up? Do you want me to pull up slides from the master deck with your problem statement and solution?
Yeah, we actually have our website. It's cngo.io. If you would like to share the screen of the website, yeah.
I will see what I can do on that one. I'm on a little laptop, cngo.io.
Yes.
Okay, let's see what we got. And see if I can get this up. We go above and beyond when at Impactfest, right? Let's see. You'll see more than everything. Tell me where you want to go on this one. Suha,
okay,
it's over to you. And you know what? We'll start the timer. It's about 20 minutes to the hour. And
okay. So, hey everyone. I am Zuha, a social scientist and an activist from the Middle East. Our project aims at bringing back trust to NGOs, and we're 5 professional colleagues, a business developer, a marketeer, myself, an auditor, and a business analyst. And we're collabing with DevOps for UX and developing the platform. So basically, we think that there's a general lack of trust from donors towards NGOs since they cannot visualize the impact of their donations. Our solution is to build a platform that connects the donors with NGOs, and by utilizing the blockchain, we aim at making the process transparent. So on the platform, every NGO has its own pool and funds, and funds would be locked in this pool. And when the NGO provides proof of when these funds...
now, is that me cutting you off? Did I, or did we lose Zuha?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yep. Is this the right page to be on, project details?
I honestly don't know.
Okay,
just a second. Let me switch to better connection.
And you know what? I can stop share screen and just let you talk.
Okay. So our solution is basically to build a platform that connects donors to NGOs. And when the NGO provides proof of where these funds are going, the specific amount of money will be unlocked strictly for the relevant cause. And here we would require an auditor to track proof, invoicing, purchases, anything that the NGO has to do in order to execute a project. And in this case, it is only normal to scam, but there's a whole process and there are steps, and no one can scam any step because basically, at least at one of the steps ahead, they might be, showcased. Any fraudulent act or misbehavior can be showcased in these steps. And that's why an auditor, as a first phase, is required, and as a human factor, of course, in order to eventually have the proper automation. And it is important to mention that the platform takes 1% of every transaction. And in phase 2, we aim at onboarding vendors that NGOs deal with. And for this operation to be successful, we will need to implement the Jet coin since it is a stable coin. And it is easier for people outside of the blockchain to be onboarded in an easy way. So what's in it for the NGO? We aim at re-giving a meritocratic legitimacy based on valid action using the most critical tool, which is money. At a later stage, our ultimate goal is to become a staking pool and eventually a DAO. There will be tiers for donors, platinum, gold, and silver. And based on donors' total donations, there will be airdropped an NFT. And when donors stake ADA in our staking pool, the API will depend on a donor's tier. And the higher the tier, the higher the APY. And the rewards will be paid in our token. And last but not least, we also aim to be the first platform to officially validate NGOs. An individual will be onboarded and they will also have a say in keeping or delisting NGOs. So any NGO refusing to provide its proof of funds would be red flagged. And this way, future donors know which NGO is trustworthy and which is not. And for more information, for more detailed steps and the in and outs of the projects, you can go to cngo.io, and thanks a lot for the opportunity.
You know what, I do have your slides right here, so I'm going to just go through them real quick because we've got about 1 more minute, if that's okay with everybody else. Returning trust to global donations, I dropped the links in the chat there. CNGO, DApps and product integrations, and CNGO DAOs and NGOs working together. And then, isn't that funny, Regenerate YEM comes right afterwards, so we'll just leave that there, but the links are there. Do we have any questions for Zuha? I'm going to make a suggestion for presentation. I know it's pretty hard, like this is having some sort of visual would be important for myself, because I'm not very good at auditory learning, but if I see a visual of what you're doing, then it burns in my face. So Zuha, we're going to have more opportunities to present and record, and you can add those recordings to the comments in your idea scale links. So, and of course, you're the expert on recording, right? The other good thing would be to see your face in presenting. Just few suggestions, because I know who you are and I've seen you before. It would be nice to see you.
Sorry about it, but I don't have good internet, and I'm not in a place where I can share a camera, so that's why.
Yeah, and
I have a question.
So there it
Zuha.
is. Pardon me, Tigain?
I have a question to Zuha. I've seen a lot of similar proposals in Catalyst. Have you tried to contact them or to collaborate?
Yes, we actually have already contacted many similar projects or projects that can help us build the platform, or can contribute, or can also be participants as funders to certain NGOs. And we also have like a list of NGOs that are willing to be onboarded. So the networking in Cardano and outside of it is actually in the process, because we're really serious about it, and we really want to make impact. And we believe that basically what we're the idea, since it's still an idea, we think that it has so much potential because it targets all SDGs in an indirect manner. It doesn't discriminate between which NGO is transparent or which donor is transparent or not, or any of that. We basically just want to prove the legitimacy of NGOs, and we want to have better societies that spend better, that know how to manage their money in an impactful manner, and just to make sure that this money comes to the right hands. They come to the right hands, to the right NGOs, which can do better project, like really impactful project that doesn't basically scam anyone, in a sense. I hope I answered the question.
Again, yes. So Zuha, we have voting coming up shortly in a couple weeks. What's plan B if you don't get voted in and you don't get funding? What happens next for you?
We're still gonna contact many, I'm not gonna say Web 2.0 because maybe they're not there, or they just have like a website, but we're gonna aim to NGOs, like people that really are interested in these kind of big and potentially, you know, a platform that is able to help NGOs also become registered in a sense. You know, they would become, you know, the actual reference as a platform for NGOs to be, you know, certified in a sense.
So I asked that question because you happen to be in the challenge room regeneration opportunity for Cardano. And one of the reasons why I've put that proposal in this time is because we go through these cycles of doing all this work towards funding. Voting happens, we may or may not get voted in, may or may not get funding, and then we start all over again. So if you do decide to carry on with this on the Cardano blockchain, through Regeneration Opportunity for Cardano, we are going to work together as a team, find those overlaps, like Tigane said. My goodness, there's already projects out there that I didn't know about. I didn't know about Lloyd's DApp, the Urban Farmer DApp, up until 2 weeks ago so there's a list of funded projects. And together, I think that if we start working together and finding these overlaps, making these connections, because yeah, so that's hopefully what's going to happen. That's what I see happening anyways.
Okay, thank you.
So you've landed in the right place, and you know, we can't guarantee funding. It can be a real roller coaster and quite disappointing afterwards. Maybe there's a celebration. I don't know. I don't want to put any downer on that celebration, because let's hope you do get funding. But in case not, there's a safety net. We've got a plan B, not a planet B, not a planet B, but we have a plan B. So